Hey, how you doing, guys? X-Ray Ron here. Alright, today we're going to go over the OrangeRx 820X from Hobby King with telemetry, the DX6, the new DX6 Gen 2 with telemetry, and how you actually monitor your flight pack voltage, your receiver voltage, or receiver pack voltage, and your temperature and other sensors, including the optional current sensor, which actually looks, I don't have one, I got one on order. It actually looks just like that, and that just goes in line between your 3S or higher battery, and it connects with a satellite cable, just a regular satellite cable. You can get one from Spectrum. This is a DSMX satellite, which I also use with the orange stuff, and it works great. Even though you'll get people to say don't use the DSMX satellite with the orange DSMX, but it is more powerful and you do get more range. Okay, so the big thing is I see a lot of people complaining that they order that optional inline sensor that connects from a satellite. Let's go and open this up. It connects from a satellite port into your 820X or your 920X or the 1020 or the 12. All right, so you've got your telemetry ports here on the side. So you guys can see that. Telemetry ports here on the side, RPM, temperature, and voltage. You got two satellite ports. All right, there are no instructions that come. Hold on a second. Okay, so if you just want to monitor, if you're flying nitro, you know, I have nitro planes, electric planes, you know, when I want to use this in a nitro, and all I want to do is monitor my receiver pack, yeah, I don't need anything else. That's it. It'll do that, okay? If you want to do anything else with it, you're going to need more satellite cables, okay, to chop up and use, or the cables from Hobby King. I want to do temperature, and I want to do some voltage stuff, so I ordered one of these, but you know, if I'm not doing temperature, if you're not doing temperature, you really don't need this cable, okay, if you've got spare satellite cables to use. All right, so let's go ahead and set this thing up, show you how easy it is, okay. We're on the DX6 here. All right, so let's go ahead. There's a couple of tricks for the DX6, you know, if you want to just go right into the system settings, you just hold down the scroll clicky, turn it on. It will not activate the transmitter inside. So let's go in here, push these two buttons here, and you go right to the model list. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's add a new model. Alright, let's create a new model. We're not going to name it anything, alright. Good there. Model type, we're just going to set up for an airplane. Okay, hope you guys can see this. Aircraft type, just a normal wing. Alright. Alright, so we got that all set up. Let's go ahead and bind our, I'm just going to use a regular little JR flight pack here. Okay, you'll see on here, you do have plus or minus. Alright, so on your servos or flight packs, your brown is your negative. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we're here. We're going to plug this bind plug in first, so we can bind, and then we're just going to plug this into aux 3. Alright, so we're flashing. Okay, we don't want to have it too close. Alright, pretty good distance right there. Alright, we're going to go down into the bind for the transmitter. So it's a bind.
Binding. DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry. Bind complete.
DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry. Bind complete. We do have a solid orange light here, so we can go ahead and take out our bind plug. That's good. Let's go ahead and now it does it already for you. Sets up the telemetry screens. Okay, so now that it detects telemetry, you can actually go ahead and roll your scroll wheel over and see some different telemetry settings. Of course, you can go in here and change all this stuff around, which right now we're seeing the receiver pack voltage at 4.9 volts. Hope you guys can see that. All right. That's my daughter.
Right.
Okay, we had another interruption. So let's get back to this. All right. So it's all set up and everything. So let's go ahead and plug. Find our side here. So we've got our temperature and voltage plug here. Let's go ahead and plug that in. I hope I plugged in the right way. Alright, so we have our temperature and a voltage cable going in. Alright, so now let's scroll over. Alright, you don't see anything in there. So okay. So you now go down to telemetry. Okay, go on. Yeah, you can put this in any slot. Okay, you will get in 11. You already have receiver voltage and the flight log in 11. So you go to 1 here. Okay, go to temperature. Okay, you can set up alarms. You can set up voice alarms, status reports. Okay, I'm just going to leave it all like that, just so we can go ahead and see the temperature. So now you're seeing the temperature 77 degrees. Okay. This will show your normal, your current, and your, I believe, highest. So let's go back into here. Alright, let's go back into telemetry. Let's go here. Now this is how you monitor with your other cable with the JST, Japanese Solarless terminal. So let's go to volts. Alright, so we're just going to put this in as volts. Okay. You notice it says flight pack voltage. Okay. I'm going to monitor just to show you, I'm going to change this to a 2S LiPo. Alright. And to show you in the list here, you can go with this cable, you can go 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 12S. Okay. So it'll put some volts in there. Okay. I'm just going to monitor a 2S. I'm not going to do any status reports or anything. Let's go back, back, back. Let's scroll wheel over to the telemetry screen. Okay. See, it said right now it says 0.0 volts. I have nothing plugged into it. I'm just going to take a Turnigy 7.4 volt for a Blade helicopter, Blade 130X helicopter. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay, let's finish this up before the house burns down. Alright, so we've got our OrangeRx 820 plugged into a regular nickel cadmium 4.8 volt. Alright, we've got our telemetry cable plugged in, which we can also make, minus the temperature sensor, with a regular satellite cable. Okay, a Spectrum or an Orange satellite cable. Alright. We went through and we've set our telemetry to volts. We've set it to a flight pack. We've set it to 2S. Alright. So now if we go into our telemetry screen here, we have 0.0 volts, 75 degrees on the temperature sensor, which has cooled off in the air conditioning here. 4.9 volts. This is a fully charged 4.8 volt pack. It's a little down just a little bit. But let's go over here. So we show our telemetry 0.0 volts, 75 degrees on our temperature sensor. Alright. That thing is very sensitive. It was actually warming up just from me holding it in my hand. There it goes, 84, 85. Look at that. That is very sensitive to temperature. Let's put it in my mouth. We're just playing around now. That was very close. Okay, I don't recommend you doing that. I put it under my tongue like a old thermometer, like a mercury thermometer. But that's a very sensitive temperature sensor. I do like that. Alright, so let's do our volts. So we're going to go ahead, plug our 7.4 volt flight pack in here. And there we go, 8.3 volts. Alright. Telemetry screens. There was our lowest, because I plugged it in with it powered on. It shows our lowest was 0, and then our max right now 8.3. We show our current temperature, which is 75 degrees, and our max, which was 97 when I warmed it up. Alright, and our max and the current receiver voltages. there we go. That's pretty easy there. All right, let's go back.
Volume 70.
Let's go. Let's switch over to one of my Mustangs. Alright.
Total hold, midway, flap truck.
Alright, so
Low rate.
we go low rates. I just want to show you some of the voice. I changed the voices in this radio.
Flap 30%.
I made them louder.
Flap 60%. Flap truck. AS3X precision mode. Stability mode. Scale flight mode. Total armed. Total hold.
Alright, and of course, when you're ready for the charge, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Very cool things. The orange, this is an Orange R820X, but you also have the Orange R720X, the 820X, the 920X, the 1020X, and the 12. Alright, they do, just as a recap, internal receiver voltage without any cables. Of course, you can also do your current with the optional inline sensor that does connect with a satellite cable to the current part of the telemetry system. You also can do your flight pack voltage with the optional telemetry cable, telemetry cables, which come with the temperature and the voltage connections. Or you can make one, and I'm sure you can use a Spectrum style temperature sensor and wire it into this. You know, I haven't tested that yet, but most of these temperature sensors are very similar in the way that they distribute a signal. Alright, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this clears up a lot of confusion. I know when I was going to purchase one of these, there was no instructions, there were no videos, there was nothing to explain how the telemetry worked, what was internal, what wasn't internal, and how that worked on the DX6, and how to get it to actually work, which was very, very easy. Alright, thanks guys.